Those long boring drives to Colorado to visit family and stuff, I really like the auto steer and the autopilot. It keeps you going straight, you don't have to think about it. Gives me time to look around, relax, enjoy the scenery and stuff, and not get overly stressed about driving. As long as you're gonna have a cool drink while you're driving. But driving around town, I like to have more control over the car. Yeah, I need to be able to avoid potholes in the road, or you know, watch for kids, slow down, speed up for corners and turns and that kind of stuff. So I need to drive myself. Regenerative braking in an electric car does not actually use its friction brakes here. It uses its electric motors to generate voltage and current to help recharge the battery. Yeah, and it works best at high speeds, over 20 miles an hour. As the car starts to slow down, the computer will apply the brakes and bring it to a complete stop and hold. Gas cars like my wife's Civic here, they get worse gas mileage around town. Yeah, stop and go traffic, they're having to apply their brakes and stuff, but with electric cars, it's just the opposite. The regen allows you to recover some of that energy you lose when slowing down. And as a matter of fact, around town, my Model Y gets about 265 watts per mile. But on the highway, I use probably 10 or 20% more energy than that, especially if I don't drive like a grandpa. So regen is good, but what does it have to do with one pedal driving? Yeah, don't use it much on the highway, but around town, it's great. As a matter of fact, it's one of my favorite things in driving an electric car, especially the Tesla. Even though it's called one pedal driving, the Teslas in fact do have two pedals, accelerator and a brake. So why do they call it one pedal driving?
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
The accelerator has about 2 inches of travel. Increasing power, decreasing power. Right around here is where your regen starts. In a gas car, if you lift your foot completely off the accelerator, yeah, technically you're out of control. The car will slow down, especially if you're going up a hill, or it might even start to accelerate going down a hill. So in that case, you have to hit the brake to control your speed a little bit. Normally I can drive around town all day and not even use the brake, just use the accelerator with the regen braking to slow me down and stop. It's not perfect, but Tesla can recover about 3/4 of the energy back into the battery pack. So how fast does the regen stop you? Well, I'm 100 feet from that stop sign. From 30 miles an hour, my Model Y will stop only on the regen in about 100 feet. Two settings in the menu to get your best use out of the one pedal driving, and I'll show you how to set them up. You select the car, go to driving mode. These are the two settings here for regenerative braking. The standard mode, which is best for one pedal driving. If you're new to driving an electric car and find it's too overwhelming, then you can always pick the low and it's be more like a gas car to get used to it. And once you're up to speed on that, hit the standard. As far as the stopping mode goes, yeah, the hold is I think the best. There's creep and roll, but why would you want to do that? I don't really know. Anyway, those are the settings that I use. And before I go, I'd like to thank those that have used my referral code and now have enough miles to go to Colorado for Christmas and see the grandkids. So anyway, thank you much, and I'll see you on the road.